Hello everybody. This is Raymond Mora here. This is supposed to be the video where I talk about myself and why I'm in the best role for this position and everything. So I'll just do a little background, I guess, of myself. I've been doing journalism for about, I would say, 7 years. I started since in college. I was a writer at first for a small local paper and college newspaper, college newspaper, Pandora's Box. I was writing sports stuff for them and some news stuff. Then later on, I became sports editor for like about a year. Then I became managing editor throughout my last semester. And during that time, though, I was also part of the radio station for York when it was starting in its infinite stages, like just beginning. It was like little things. It wasn't anything crazy. But then after that, when I left, it kind of blew up now. So now people are now part of the radio station. But really, when I was there, I was a radio host, a sports radio host. Then from somebody from that the operator for the college, he gave me an opportunity to be a radio host for a local station called WGBB in 12:40 a.m. in Long Island. And from that point on, I just started interviewing guests and writers and people in person. I had co-hosts on. I had people calling in. I had even guests on the call and everything. So I got more comfortable interviewing stuff just like that. Just try to feel it and everything. I mean, at first I was horrendous. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I was really bad when I was interviewing, especially people or even being on air. I remember the first thing I said was like, "Okay, I'm gonna say this or that, whatever." But from that point on, I improved since like I was 19 and I'm like 25 right now. But yeah, I would say, like I said, 6 or 7 years I've been in this field in journalism. But for me, why I am the best person for this role? Well, because I feel like I'm very versatile when it comes to interviewing people. Yes, I'm a sports host and I do a podcast called Slam City, which can be heard on iTunes and is becoming soon on Spotify also and SoundCloud. But really, I just feel like I'm very conversational with people. I would like to figure out interesting stuff about them. So I'm not gonna be that person that just like question, 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 question. I want to be more the conversational person within an interview. And obviously, even though I'm in sports, I interviewed people like artists and stuff in my past times. When I was working at Blue Life Media, I interviewed countless artists and celebrities, even a business person in the sports industry who was like doing sports business and everything. I interviewed them, made it conversational. Obviously, I asked them some questions, but just questions that pertain to what we're trying to achieve for our magazine at the time, just like a feature story, really. And for me, I think for this magazine, I did some research on it. I know you guys are into entrepreneurs and trying to research the ones that are coming up and everything. I feel like I could fit in that because I know I'm a great researcher. Like before I do anything, I always research beforehand. I don't try to like free flow and everything. I don't. Maybe people who are really good at it, they do it. But for me, I research. And even if I get to that point where I could do that, I still will research because it's better to be prepared than to not like have a misstep or something in an interview and you mess up or something like that. So for me, I just feel like I'm a good researcher for any guest I try to interview. I interview as much person as I can. So let's say, for instance, if it's an entrepreneur that's up and coming, I will research beforehand. I will try to get to know him. I'll try to make it conversational. It's obviously for a podcast. Make it entertaining. Have a good intro, obviously, for the podcast, but try to make it flow. Ask him questions that pertain to people that want to know what it's like to start your own business and try to make it in this world. Obviously, it's very tough. But there's a lot of startup companies, stuff like that. I want to just get in the head of him or her and try to figure out really what makes him special and what can they help in terms of tips for people that want to start their own business or be an entrepreneur as well. So that's why I feel like I'm best for this role because I know I'm gonna be prepared, I'm gonna be organized. I'm a journalist, so I can interview. I want to be a host in the future, and I feel like this will give me an opportunity for me to do it. And even though it's just for this magazine, but just to build on it, and maybe even part of this company moving forward. Like I want to be very versatile as a host too. I want to do sports and music and politics and news. I want to do other type of topics because I know I can do it. I just want to be conversational. I like to talk a lot. Obviously, that's why I'm talking a lot right now, and I'm not even to the point where I'm showing my interviewing skills, but really I'm gonna get to that point and share something memorable with you guys. But really, that's what I want to do. For my interviewing skills, like I said, like I want to research beforehand, ask probably 15, 20 questions depending on what it is on the person. I just want to make sure they feel comfortable. We're having a conversation. I'm not trying to interrogate the person. Just want them to feel right at home. We can even talk about things on the side too. Hey, you saw this show, this and that, whatever, and we think of that. Like just during the interview, just so it can ease in the conversation, not just be forceful and everything. That's kind of how I do it. Um, I just ask people straight up, like, especially if it's entrepreneur, like how you start your business, what motivated you, what were some factors into doing this business. Did you have any doubt? Is there any criticism? Did you have any feedback from people? Do you have any mentorship? Stuff like that. I'm gonna be asking throughout the whole process. So definitely want to do that. I think something memorable for me when I was interviewing, especially for a podcast in the beginning of my Slam City podcast with a co-host, Unkwa, we interviewed Dominic Wilkins, and it was pretty much like a 15-minute interview, I would say. But it was very interesting because I was talking to him, and me and the coach were talking to him, Unkwa, and we were just like, asking him about sports, about this and that, and it was also kind of cool because he was talking about how back in the day we used to do old school stuff in basketball, and nowadays more soft and everything, LeBron, this and that. Let's not blame on Carmelo Anthony at the time when he was at the Knicks. Then he was talking about his foundation that he does on the side, and I thought that was interesting too to ask him about that. But it didn't feel like I was uncomfortable because I've done so many interviews already, so it's like it's second nature for me. I could be on camera, I could be doing an audio podcast, whatever. I'm not gonna be nervous or anything. I've been there, done that already, and I know that from that interview I done, that was very memorable to me because Dominic Wilkins is a legend, and he talked a lot about the game of basketball back in the day to now, and talked about his foundation, giving back, and everything. So I think that I'm not gonna forget that, and I want to share that with you guys because when you talk to somebody as big as that, some people get me nervous about it as an interviewer and even as a journalist, but I'm not because I've done so many already. I feel like sometimes these athletes and these people themselves, they're just human beings like everybody else. So yeah, they have this celebrity status, but they're still people like us. They take a shower, they do this and that. I mean, yeah, they make a lot of money, but they're still people at the end of the day. But yeah, that's part of my interviewing skills. Just make them feel comfortable. Get them ease in the whole conversation, asking them questions that pertain to what their business is or what they're trying to achieve, and then of course ask them how can they inspire other people to do it, and what kind of tips you would tell them and everything, and the content information, the social media, all that stuff. I've done social media before in the past too for management, and just even asking them, where they can follow you, this and that, at whatever this on Instagram or Twitter, and then on Facebook too. So yeah, I just feel like I'm the best person for this role. I'm graduating this May from a master's degree in journalism, so maybe this could be like a kind of a way where I can get a bridge connection to school, to this, and become more of a better host, a better interviewer, and better journalist itself. Maybe with this magazine, and I feel like I can do that. It's a start. I know this is obviously going to be a process. A lot of people apply for this, but for me, I feel like this role, I know I can do well at it, and I know that at the end of the day, this will help my career moving forward, and it will help me be a better, like I said, better host, podcasting host, a better journalist. Maybe open up my field where I can talk to more people and just have fun with it, and obviously research and everything. But I know this could be the position for me. And I could give you any more memories if you want, but I want to share that one with Dominic Wilkins. But this is what I want to do, and that's why I applied for this position in the first place. So hopefully you give me the opportunity. If not, then it is what it is. But I'm just keep doing what I got to do from podcasting and everything. But I know I can do this job.